bowl is getting heated up right now. People are warming up. And, you know, just the next events that are about to take off are extremely special because we don't have many events on the calendar with a bowl like this. You know, park events that you see normally at World Skate events or at these bigger, huge contests, the park is a different beast than this. This is a proper bowl. So it's fast, it's condensed, it's high speed. It's arguably pretty dangerous too in a lot of ways as well because it is so condensed and you are just hitting wall to wall to wall action. And it's a special kind of skater that can really excel in this environment. There used to be the Combi Bowl here in Southern California as well. That was a really deep version of this that had that kind of fast, high space, high, you know, speed, high impact kind of zone. And we are kicking off right now the qualifier for Bowl Pro.
What a great crowd here,
yeah,
too.
Great crowd here. And inside the booth, too, I have another special guest. We were just talking up so big, birthday girl herself, Amy Carone. Amy, thank you for joining us.
What an honor.
Thank you for having me. My dearest friends all around me for my birthday at this contest.
Really?
Nevertheless.
They threw you a contest for your birthday.
I know. Amelia, she's just too kind. She's thinking of me, you know? All right, here we go. We got someone dropping in.
So you've been here a few years before. What about the bowl contest is exciting to you, or what are you looking forward to seeing today?
I mean, these girls in the bowl are constantly pushing it. They're flying so high and innovative tricks.
Can we talk about
I was never a
tail
bowl
slide?
skater, so it's very impressive to me.
Okay, what we're seeing here is so much power, force, and so much consistency. She has a mean front tail, back tail, and knows how to air out of this thing. Also, we're going to see her in the bowl discipline as well as vert today, so a lot to look forward to. Imagine trying to skate two different styles of skating and know what to do in those times.
So the Mizuho, too, also skated in highest air and everything else. All these skaters are going to get 3 runs. They're going to get 40 seconds on the clock. Skate until you fall or you complete your run, like Mizuho did right here.
Skate until you fall. That's always a good pressure to put on yourself. You're in that bowl.
Wow, that
you want to
nose
hang on
grind.
to every trick you can. But you can go for as long as you can. What's the time frame on this?
Yeah, 40
Alex?
seconds. You're only scored up to 40 seconds.
Okay.
But if you fall, you're done.
Again, we already saw an amazing nose grind, a huge backside air, speed, power, really great trick selection here. This is already off to such a great start here.
So for those of you back home who don't know Amy, you were one of the pioneers of women's skateboarding. You're a pro in the early 2000s. You've done your fair share of contests. You know, can you speak a little bit to what's going through these riders' heads right now?
Well, contest day was always the big day. You know, we would be skating early in the morning. Usually a little liquid courage will go a long way.
Red Bull, obviously.
The adults out there, you know what I'm talking about. A little tough buzz to get cut the edge off. But, contests, I love skating just for fun. And I think it really, it takes it to another level when you're under this pressure to win money or, keep your sponsors and all that stuff. But in the long run, I've met so many awesome people through skating, and it's like my community. So it's really good to be here and see these girls like pushing the sport, and they're so young and like just falling down, getting up, I'm not about that anymore.
What kind of skating are you about now?
I'm about some curbs with Alex White in, at the local DMV, all legal, of course, government sanctioned property that we're skating on.
Yeah, they let us. They see, sometimes security rolls up and they're like, "Are you Amy Carone?" And you're like, "Yes."
Oh,
and
my.
like,
All right, back to what we're
Alex,
watching
right?
right there. Hearing the crowd roar.
What did we see go down in that deep end?
Nina Yee from Oceanside, California right now is putting down a heck of a second run.
Oh, incredible. What
Backside
a perfect back
360.
three. Wow, that was an amazing run. Again, she's going to have 2 more. We're going to really see something magical happen out of her. Clearly, she set the tone with that first run.
Definitely set the tone. You put it great, Ashley.
So Mizuho.
Okay, that back tail, front tails, that is really a big power trick that she has. We're also going to see some airs out. That front front lip combo, I think first of the contest that we've seen so far, and will probably be the only one.
Around the corner like that.
What a nice, stylish, lean air.
Did you ever skate the combi, Amy?
Oh, I did.
You skated combi?
I did skate I think I skated the contest, and I just skated it for fun, and I've gotten the wind knocked out of me a couple times on that thing.
Yeah, explain why the
Really-
combi will knock the wind out of you.
Yeah, I got pitched from shallow to deep real quick.
It is a serious bowl.
That was the white one. Remember when it was white? That old school combi? All lumpy and
And for a while there, combi was the only women's bowl contest that you could skate, and the stakes were so high, and I'm not going to say it was unfair, but to have to wait all year to have this one moment at a really challenging bowl did not give the opportunity that this is giving here, which is a great high-stakes bowl with also different trick selection opportunities within it. So yeah, it's really cool to see that these girls get more than just the combi bowl throughout the year to skate. And this packed audience.
I would say this bowl is so versatile. You know, it's got different heights of the quarter pipes and all that, and it's just, you know, they can weave from one section to the other. And the combi is so challenging, even for, you know, the most experienced skaters. So I think this is a great bowl to have the contest in with the shallow, like kind of doing your technical tricks. Then you go into the deep end. Little front side feeble there. She's showing off the deep end.
Yeah, Lola Tamling from England, from Cornwall. She's a really stylish skateboarder.
She's definitely got the style points.
All right.
Yeah, we like Lola. She's very well liked among her peers as well too. She's super humorous, super fun.
All right, we all like some well-liked some talent out there.
You know, and also in the practice environment for these bowl contests, you're all right there, and you all have, you know, it's only one person at a time, you know, so they all have to kind of battle it out even to get a run here.
Yeah, you got to work together. You got to be cool. You got to, you know, don't snake anyone, or you might get your tires slashed in the parking lot.
Well, can you explain what snaking is?
Snaking. Well, you know, it comes from the old term. It's a zoology term, okay? When you just drop in on someone for no reason.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, these kids, some of them are so new to this. Snaking is kind of when you cut in line. You know, I would say, like, you're going a lot. You're not paying attention to the kind of natural order. They're snaking in surf lineups, too, you know?
Oh, don't get me started on surfing.
Amy's a versatile skater, surfer, musician,
we'll be here
artist.
all day.
So we have a lot to talk about. What a great run there.
Run,
we're looking at the third and final run here. Alex, do you want to explain why they have 3 runs and how the judging score is tallied up?
So they're looking for your use of the bowl. They want, you know, they don't, a bowl is meant to be skated. You're supposed to be in every single pocket of the bowl. And as opposed to a mini ramp where you go back and forth. So they want to see you use that whole bowl. They want to see you do big amplified airs. They want to see you do long grinds, committed tricks, and that progression and how you're linking those progressive tricks together is how the judges are going to score this. Again, we got Jason Rothmeyer, Vanessa Torres, and I think that Willie Santos has been subbed out for Lincoln Ueda now for the bowl and for the half pipe for the vert ramp disciplines, because Willie is actually Bryce's coach. So he stepped back.
It's like conflict of interest
there. So no, but to avoid that, he stepped back and let Lincoln Ueda come in to judge this one. But yeah, you know, it used to be kind of, Amy, that you used to have to be skate everything, you know, in order to be a quote-unquote pro skater.
Yeah, but now the disciplines are more, you know, sanctioned into different categories here, which is, you know, you can really focus on your specialty. But yeah, when I skated the combi bowl, it wasn't much to write home about. I think I did it based off like a dare or peer pressure, you know. I tried my best. And I think I could 50-50 something, so I was like, yeah, I got this. I also skated the Soul Bowl.
Oh yeah, the Soul Bowl.
Soul
Bowl contest as well. Yeah. So May Sugawa on her Waga on her third run. Lola.
All right, frontside 5-0ing in. That is a steezy trick. I always respect people that get onto that. So yeah, she's got a pretty mean front side grind. 2 trucks on there. On the ankle side, Alex, we were talking about this the other day. How to do a 50-50. Ankle side or toe side, but she's hitting that ankle side.
All right, that was jam number 1.
So that's it for jam number 1. They got their 3 runs done quick. That was a cracker of a heat. Hi, my name is Alex White. If you're just joining us, we're here at the 13th annual exposure. I'm joined alongside Ashley Rayfeld, and jumping in the booth with us, Amy Carone. Amy, thanks so much for joining us.
Not a problem.
Happy birthday, Amy.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
Amy
you.
just turned 40, which is a big deal, you know?
Yeah, it's a milestone. Someone said it was over the hill, but I was like, I thought that was 50. And then I Googled it, and it it's a gray area.
It's a gray area, yeah.
I'm not attached to it. I'm not attached to over the hill. I'm saying over the spine.
Over the spine
know?
ramp. So
Amy, we're
after
gonna-
heat number 1, a couple highlights that we got from that heat number 1 that just went off. That went off so fast.
Yeah, they're pushing through this.
There's a little big, I love this aerial drone shot of the entire crowd and the entire scene. You know, a lot of eyes on these skateboarders every time that they drop into the bowl, but they did not disappoint in that first heat.
I mean, this is a Class A skate park right here, you know. It is definitely a training ground for upcoming skaters. You know, it's very versatile, especially with the bowl.
There's May.
Smith, the front tail, just so in control, clean, and powerful.
Mizuho. That
Mizuho's-
lean air.
I'm really excited to watch her career unfold. She's like bringing a lot already at such an early age.
Love a back boneless from Lola. Tambling. Yeah, Lola had a really nice final run there. Put it all together at the end there. I love that little transfer over the hip to Smith grind.
A little feeble to fakie.
That's May.
May definitely had a standout.
Frontside feeble. Getting
High
technical
impact
in
tricks. Ooh, that nose grind. So good.
popping out.
And they've been skating constantly all week getting ready for this too. These kids have strong legs and, you know, a lot of resilience here. There's Nina with that kickflip, rock fakie, and then that back 360.
Just landing it pretty steezy into the front lip.
Great first round there.
That was just heat number 1, guys.
I know, we got a lot to look forward to. Viewers at home, packed day. We're at the Bowl Park right now.
Yeah.
Alex, what do we got going for how many rounds ahead of us?
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heats of qualifiers that are coming up, and then we're going to move right into the finals too. So top 8 move on into the finals. The final criteria is going to be the same, but this is just going to be action-packed, and this is the best of the best. This is the Pro Open, so this is where all the pros come out, and the people that are, you know, have advanced through the ranks at exposure from intermediate to advanced, and now they're at the Pro Open here. So some really talented skaters, some names that I haven't really heard before too, which is always the best part about exposure. These new skaters come from all corners of the globe. They come out here and they get to have this experience, be a part of this community, and just show us what they got. And the interesting thing, in between each bowl event right here, they only have a few minutes to warm up. So you're basically sitting, so right, you just warmed up, you sit down, you just watch the next heat go. You have literally like maybe one more run, and then it's go time, and then you have your 3 runs.
You got to stay warmed up, and how you do that, that's up to you. That's where we separate the not pros from the pros. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
You got to keep those legs warm.
Jump rope, hopscotch,
Meditation,
meditation.
severe meditation.
Fuyuka.
All right, dropping in.
Fuyuka Takona.
Blunt to fakie in that deep end.
Okay, she popped out pretty early there. I don't know if she knew it was her run or if that was it or something, like maybe she was a little off
maybe there's
kilter.
some
But
technical
she has a full
difficulties.
40 seconds to fill. Caitlin West right here, coming from Sebastopol, California.
She's got a stylish frontside grind there.
She spent some
Slashing
time
the
in the
tail.
bowl. You can tell, clocking in the hours.
Alley-oop was cool right there.
Yeah,
That was a
alley-oop
cool-
is always a steezy trick.
She can oop.
Going for
Flip,
that backside
flip
alley-oop.
it and reverse it.
Flip it and reverse
You
it.
think it's
There you
going
go.
this way, and then wait.
Yeah.
Watch me now.
Okay, Kokoro.
I can hear the pool coping being grinded all the way from back here.
All the
For
way
the
from
viewers
back here
at
with
home, we
headphones
are
on.
in the back, and that's how loud and fast these skaters are moving through that pool coping.
Kokoro knows. Or no say.
Wow, the speed that is happening in this run. She is all business right now.
Yeah, looks like she definitely practiced this run, which is definitely something you got to do in a contest. Get your run down, and you got to know every nook and cranny of that bowl.
And it's a hard one to figure out. This one is a really slippery bowl as well as a really slippery street course. That's part of the anti-graffiti paint that they put on these new skate parks. But the local crew, shout out, they came and power washed it before the event. They always show up, and they just do it because part of the community is taking care of the spaces that we inhabit.
Exactly, and that embodies the skate community, which is just everyone's backing each other for the most part. And if they're not, they're going to get kicked out of the club, right?
We'll kick you out if you don't help.
Am I right, guys?
Leave it nicer than you found it. Pack it in, pack it out, baby.
Leave no trace, only shred.
Yeah.
So that was Louise-Aina Taboulé from France.
A lot of speed going into the deep end there with a long.
All the way.
So she
Front
kicked out of her
lip.
first run. Let's see if she can redeem it. Something had happened in that first run.
She might have just been warming up. Oh, going for that big backside air.
I think she's
Had
going to bring that in run 2. No doubt that she'll
That
put
was
that all together.
that was actually her run number 2. Maybe run
Oh.
number 3. She's going to only have one more chance.
Thank you, Alex.
That was okay. I just, put the pressures on. Caitlin West.
Really working the deep end there.
I love that
Other than
alley-oop
that
disaster.
alley-oop,
It's
yeah,
cool.
alley-oop, always one of my favorite tricks, just because you're going the opposite direction and just pulling it together and kind of pretzeling your body,
So much style. And someone who is the style master, Amy Caron.
Oh,
Review the clips. The style is all there, and still to this day, you have not lost any of that.
holding
back
it up, Once a stylist, always a stylist.
That's right. Take note.
Wow.
Oh,
I was
that time,
not-
We'll see if that counts at the buzzer.
Yeah, Caitlin West has also come through the ranks of exposure, skating in intermediate, advanced, and now pro open too. So she's getting a lot of reps in the bowl.
How incredible to see the progression happen.
Excellent.
Kokoro Nose from Kanagawa, Japan.
Long lip side there.
She's also skating the vert too. She was competing in the highest air yesterday.
Yeah,
And
that's like a
she-
whole thing to do bowl and vert, Those are two
Yeah,
different
yeah.
disciplines, 2 different languages. They don't entirely work together. You have to really know the
Still,
differences.
Knowing that transition is definitely going to work in her favor for both. But she just works every corner of this and just very relaxed out there. So I think this style points, I'm definitely giving her 10 out of 10.
Viewers at home, we already have some celebrity guests behind us right now.
Secret Lynn, Ministas, Paige Hine are just walking behind us too.
We're talking top-tier celebrities.
Yeah.
Top tier.
They put in the
Yes.
hours at every contest. They are the ones charging the future forward. In these 3, we trust.
In these 3, we trust.
So Louise-Aina Tabule, new skater for me. I think her nickname is Nana.
All right. At least we know the nicknames now. Alex is on the pulse of
Well, Jordan
women's
just told me
skating.
yesterday. I'm not quite on the pulse, but
Well, someone gave you the intel.
What's so exciting about this event is like so many new people coming through the ranks that we had to even get up to speed on. And I feel like we're paying attention, and there have been new names.
my
Back
God, that was so
nose
sick.
blunt. Wow.
picking it in.
Very respectable trick right there.
It's an acceptable way
High
to pick
risk
your
on
nose.
that.
It's an acceptable way to pick your nose.
So that was really close. Nana with a really killer run right there.
All right, here's the make or break. We are at the 3rd and final run for these riders. So a lot of, we're going to see it all on the line here.
So Fuyuka was kind of struggling in her first 2 runs. She was going for that big air. She kicked out. Can she land it? She's got that now. On a roll. It's that big frontside air.
Big frontside
Incredible
air.
frontside air.
Some head-turning airs here.
Who doesn't love a person in the sky moment?
Yeah.
Oh, and then just listening in on maybe she was going to body jar, but good skating from Fuyuka.
Any favorites? Any favorites, you two, that we've seen in this round?
I mean, Nana on that last run, that nose pick really stood out to me. Caitlin West is back in it. Sebastopol, California's own.
Sebastopol is a little mecca of breeding some transition skaters.
Is there a good park up there?
There's a couple.
It's NorCal, baby.
Yeah, NorCal,
You gotta-
Healdsburg has a park, but I'm sure there's some more that have been built since I've
Yeah,
visited
hopefully.
last. Yeah.
Big backside air there. Blunt.
Wow.
You'd be surprised how
That's
many
right, Ian.
skaters come out of towns that they recently have built a skate park in. It just breeds these Olympians.
It's almost like there's a correlation to having good facilities and good
Imagine
skaters.
Yeah.
And contests like exposure.
Exactly, yes.
The math adds up.
The math
You
is
get a good-
mathing.
The math is mathing, and we're here to see more of it.
Okay, Kokoro, her last run here too.
All right, we've seen so much power and speed within her runs. Hoping to watch her put the whole thing together on her 3rd and final run. Okay, she lip slid the whole back end on that.
Feeble grind in.
Kokoro's definitely
Trying
getting
to
some
back
style
tail.
points
She's
here.
working all the
and
tiles.
Speed. Looks so comfortable in that bowl. Just
Judo.
like she's been dreaming about it every night up until this contest.
That's pretty sailfish.
The trick count is high on this run.
Okay.
And sliding out on that. So that'll
Commentator
end her
curse.
run.
Coming all the way from Japan to skate this. There's a lot of Japanese skaters, a lot of talent coming from Japan.
A lot of talent.
So Nana, back in it, had that extremely critical nose pick in her last run.
Was it a nose pick or back nose blunt?
Back nose blunt.
Did she do both? I think she
I don't
did
know if her
both.
truck was on or not. If the
Okay.
truck is on, it's a nose pick. If it's just the board, the nose of the
Yeah,
board,
yeah,
then
yeah.
it's a nose blunt. So
We'll have to review the highlights.
as you
And
can
then see
not
who's-
see, I'm wearing glasses. So
see
sometimes
who's-
I don't know what's on.
We'll see who's right or wrong, me or you, Alex.
You're most likely right, Amy, because you're always right. Thank you for all your life guidance and support all these years. There, you're right.
I
You're right.
think
It was a
I
nose
saw
blunt.
a nose blunt on that.
Thank you, Amy.
Second time's the charm. That one was a faster jump on and off.
Yeah, no delay of game.
That was a legitimate
You know what they say.
back nose blunt.
2 to make it true, baby.
2 to make it true, and she proved that right there.
So, did you ever think, like 20 years ago, that we'd be sitting here and there'd be a contest like this going on?
And yeah, I would have loved that. I wouldn't have to skate. And
You don't have to skate, you get
I'm
to-
just talking about the girls.
We
doing it.
last time were sitting in that parking lot together at these contests. Did not have this audience, so it's so cool to see the reception. Talk about our contest at Wheels of Fortune where we made our own trophies for each other and then gave them to each other once we were there.
I mean, those are the most memorable moments.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know, just breeding it from the ground up. These, you know, skateboarders. It's just great to see so many young skaters out here and just like pushing the sport, you know. And I'm just, you know, thankful to be involved in it. You know, it's great.
Yeah, and then,
Making me proud.
but like, just, you know, if 15-year-old you had something like this, what would it have meant to you?
I mean, it would have been a totally different, like, world, you know. All
Yeah.
right, we got these highlights coming up.
So that
But
was heat number 2.
We've already squashed the, was it a nose pick or a nose blunt?
You were
So-
right, Amy, because you're right about everything. Amy has helped me with so many life decisions.
You don't have to say that just because it was my birthday yesterday.
I could just
Look
say
at that long lip slide.
all the tile
I mean,
count on that.
Yeah,
Incredible.
the high tile count.
There's Caitlin
Little
West.
transfer lip slide, popping into Smith. Really working the deep end. So you're going to get a lot of points for versatility there.
The judges have their work cut out on this one here.
Spinning in the deep end.
Judo airs.
Oh,
Nose grind
stylish
popping
nose
in.
grind
Razor
popping in. I would say that's a nose grind or a nose blunt the hard way, but they're both hard.
It's all
Front
hard.
side or back side.
All
but
None of
hard.
this is easy.
very stylish right there. And look at that, poking that backside air out in the deep end.
We'll talk about like the danger factor with some of these tricks too, right? There is a separation between some of the safety tricks and something like that. So much could go wrong.
There's a lot of things that can go wrong, and that's why you got to wear protective gear. You know,
Protect
we've all
that
had
dome.
our.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Amy, for coming on today. Happy birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday, Amy. Such
I'm
an
so
honor.
happy that
I'm
we could be here with you today and
is
joined us
incredible.
on this.
So special to be with all my favorite people at a skate contest.
This
You know,
is-
I couldn't ask for more.
For the viewers at home, first time ever. This is like truly blowing my mind that we're sitting on this couch talking about this skate contest all
Yes.
together with celebrating Amy Cron's 40th birthday. Feels like all is right in the world.
Oh.
So
All we have to do is get through this election.
that's right. Everyone at home, please go vote. Just get out to the polls.
Thanks
That's
so
a real,
much,
real,
Amy.
real
Thanks for
thing.
coming on, and we'll be catching you in the stands later on. And we're going to get back into it with heat number 3 is warming up.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Amy.
So heat number 3, we got Coco Crafter, Ayla Servio, Joey Yarbrough, and Summer Rackley. 23 skaters are coming up. We are going to jam through these 5 heats. They are going to be lightning quick. And we have Finland in the house. We have Australia in the house. We have Vista, California in the house. Coco Crafter is kicking us off right here, coming all the way from Queensland. Nice little invert over the hip. Rock and roll slide. So we are in the midst of it. The Pro Open Bowl event here at Exposure 13, the 13th annual Exposure. And it's a lot of new faces in the house, a lot of new talent. And I got some new faces in the booth with me as well. I also have Nicole House. Nicole, how's it going, Nicole?
It's going good. Can't complain. Another exposure.
Another Exposure, 13th annual Exposure. And I got Nora back. How is it over on the sidelines over there?
It was intimidating, not gonna lie, but it was great.
So yeah, I got Nicole House with us. Nicole and Nora,
Nicole's
best friends
here.
for life, BFFs,
Oh.
besties.
Oh.
I would just say it. I don't know, but you guys are you guys were always a duo at these contests. Can you talk about like your guys' experience skating at Exposure together?
Well, now she's in LA, so I don't even know anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't even know her.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I feel like we're probably both the same when it comes to contests. Nicole was gnarlier than I was, but we were both scared all the time.
Not really our favorite thing to do, but I feel like what we had to do in that time of like women's skateboarding, like when the opportunity presents itself, when there's money to be made and there's like opportunity to have a contest, you like do it. But now, thank God, we can do other things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, turning our attention to this next generation that are in the midst of it, they're in run number 1. Joey Yarbrough is in the bowl.
Yeah, they're incredible.
Nicole, talk us through this. Have you seen Joey skate before?
I haven't actually. This is a new face, but that was sick. Nollie,
Nollies?
backside.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just wow. Like that is crazy. Incredible.
they're so like, I don't know. It's just, yeah, next generation, next level action is happening.
Yeah, they just got it. And they have like every type of trick too. Like she's doing, yeah.
Nollie
lip tricks,
tail grabs?
airs.
Yeah, talk about the variety of tricks that you've seen out there.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, I'm someone who can only really do like airs, and like it's really cool to see people who can like do like a variety of things, like touch the coping and like do all of it. I think it's really cool. A lot of well-rounded skaters out here.
Well, Summer Ackley coming from Australia too. Have you ever seen Summer before?
I've never seen.
See,
Summer
like,
before.
Seriously though,
But
that's
I've never
kind of
seen
it.
Summer. She just backside air into Indy over that hip, and there's.
And the reason we're so surprised is that generally speaking, because the world of women's skateboarding has been so small, we would know everybody. So every time we come to
Totally.
Exposure, it's all these incredible new faces from all the corners of the globe.
Yeah, I feel really tuned in, and then I come to Exposure, and I'm like, well, I need a booklet, a pamphlet on everybody's ripping.
Well, it's good right there that you have their Instagram handle right there. You can follow them right now. Summer Ackley, skater with an 8. That's
All right.
pretty badass.
I love that. Yeah.
Full on.
So Coco Crafter, also from Australia. Well, actually, no, that's Lizzie Armanto.
That's fine.
Technically,
so-
that's Lizzie. But
Actually,
Sorry, I'm going to update my heat sheet real quick.
that would be Lizzie.
That's so
Who?
good. Lizzie's still holding it down.
Yeah, Lizzie's like,
Okay, they
oh,
added Lizzie into the heat as the 5th skater. I'm sorry, guys.
that was new. We didn't know that was happening.
Forgive me. But she's skating with a fellow Finland skater with Ilo Servio as well. too,
That's
so
awesome.
There you go.
Dude, this bowl is really hard to skate. I don't really know how to explain it. I kind of explain it as somebody who's like has fully grown legs, and this bowl has always been really intimidating. And like Nicole, we grew up like we were in Nakambi. We were skating like that's a bigger bowl, a little bit more like pulled out.
Yeah.
But I feel like we both, when this bowl was built, were like, what are we supposed to do with this? Like a little freaked out. And then I just love seeing how the younger girls kind of skate it, especially like people who are just generally smaller in size,
Yeah,
because I feel like it suits their skating.
definitely.
Like they blast,
Oh, my gosh.
but they can get really technical in it too.
Yeah, I hated this bowl at first. Honestly, it's so slippery and so tight, but doesn't even seem to be affecting anyone besides us.
Yeah. Well, talk about what you meant by it's tight. So what happened?
Yeah, there's just like not a lot of flat bottom, and there's all corners. There's no flat walls, so it's like you constantly have to be on your toes, like be ready for the next like pocket, kind of. And like all the hips are rounded, like everything's rounded.
So
Totally.
Talk about that like in 40 seconds. How many walls do you hit?
Probably like 10 or something, like 10 different parts.
Yeah.
I think it's like 10 to 15, depending on how fast you're skating and what types of tricks you're doing. But yeah, it's like not very many, but it's also too much.
I feel you have to be really comfortable with coping to like utilize this bowl, because
Yeah.
it also will shoot you off in a little bit of a different line every time if you're not
Yeah,
dialed.
definitely.
So a little bit more like a freestyle jazz kind of thing too, or really planned?
It's like being put in a blender.
I think you've got to
And then
be
you just push
pretty
a button.
planned. Because, like, what she's saying is, like, yeah, if you come off just, like, a one block too soon, you're going to be shot into the other pocket. And then you're going to be so jammed up trying to figure out where to go.
No one's making it look as hard as
No.
it is. Like, which
Get
I
Nora
kind
and
of,
I in there. We
yeah,
can-
put us in there, and then it'll be like, what in
This
the
must be the
world?
hardest bowl in the world.
I always
to
thought
skate.
like in Olympic events, like swimming, like have like a regular person swimming in the lane next to these people to give
Totally.
you some context. But you guys are not regular skaters. You are also pro skateboarders too. But you're just illustrating at how hard
I'm
this bowl is to
feeling like
skate.
a hobbyist skater after seeing some of the stuff that I've seen today.
Me too, honestly.
But no, it's so exciting and
Joey.
so rad.
Joey hailing from Vista, California, not far from here at
Ooh,
all.
neighbors.
Local.
Yeah.
Local girl.
No, she knows how to use the bowl.
Yeah, she's come up through the ranks of exposure as well, skating intermediate and then skating advanced. Now she is in the Pro Open. This is the first time Joey Yarborough is skating in Pro Open.
Yeah, Joey. So cute.
Okay, Summer Rackley is in all the way from Australia.
Dude, so rad. She's got a wrist that'll look up to. It's pretty crazy to see, yeah, the international skaters come to California and kind of the groups that they have out in Australia, in Finland, in the UK,
Yeah.
in Japan. It's just, yeah, you see how the communities are built and everyone gets to come here and kick our butts. Respect.
Respect, for sure.
All right, that's Summer. Okay, Lizzie Armando in her second run. You guys have skated against Lizzie.
Oh, see, that's what I'm. They're slippery everywhere.
It's
like,
so this bowl is so slippery, honestly.
shout out for Lizzie for putting up with this terrifying existence of ripping this bowl with the groms.
Yeah, definitely.
But Lizzie's the best at this stuff. Like, she could probably go into any bowl and create a flow and create a line like really quickly, and that's always been something that you can see like in her skating.
I think she's won the Bowl Pro here before.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Seems like multiple times probably.
Yeah, totally.
Since 2011. I thought the first event was 2013, but I'm off track.
There might have been an off. We did a virtual year in 2020 where we did video parts instead, which was really actually an honest.
That was great.
It was an awesome year, but we are back here live and in person for the third and final run. Coco Crafter.
Coco. Another Aussie coming in.
And right now we are in the midst of the qualifier round. They want to qualify into the finals right now.
I feel like I'm going to yell during finals. It's going to get exciting.
Yeah,
I've got half a
finals
Red
is
Bull in me.
pretty sick. Oh
One sip
God,
of a Red
that's
Bull.
plenty. That's plenty.
I am not a caffeinated person, so this is all a test. Yeah, Coco's flying.
I love the invert over the hip. That was
That's such a gnarly, like the hips.
Are you
kidding
kidding?
me?
Oh my God, we almost saw the first five of the day.
It's so crazy to do a 5 in this bowl.
It's insane to do a 5. It's insane to McTwist this
Okay,
bowl.
so why is it so insane to do a 5 in this bowl particularly?
Because I don't think it goes to vert. I would say maybe the tile, maybe there's 8 inches of vert.
Yeah.
And
It's-
Vert helps you get out.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think because there's pool coping and you're gonna get kind of that proper like boink out of the coping, you're gonna get around. But still, I think size is like an advantage here, where the smaller the better, because you can just maneuver in this bowl better. Like, I've done backside airs in this bowl, and it's tricky. You kind of feel like you're gonna hang up. But
Because of that coping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, wow, that was really cool. I think the smaller the size, but I don't know, maybe that girl's my size too. Like, I'm not that tall. So I'm just making up
it's
excuses
just
out here.
Such tight transitions.
Yeah.
And I imagine doing a McTwist on a rounded wall is harder than doing it on the flat wall
Totally.
in a slippery bowl.
Because there's more variables with where you're landing.
Yeah.
It's just, I've always had a hard time doing airs on rounded stuff. Yeah, because it just kind of, I don't know, you can hang up more easily because you can
Yeah.
be like pushed kind of to the side and then hang, like, it's like a different radius, so you can like hang up.
Tell me what a hang up is, because you've experienced a lot of them.
Sorry. no, it's so true, honestly. It's pretty much where you go up for an air, or honestly any trick, and you lock up your back truck. Like, it gets hung up on the coping, and you're not expecting it usually, and then you just slam all the way to the bottom.
Pretty much worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to do it all the time.
For fun.
Just wanted to try it.
Yeah, like that was crazy to kind of see Joey's run because she definitely mixed in so much. Like she's hitting the wall straight on, she's doing grinds, but then she's hitting the hips. She's grinding Smiths off the hips. That nollie is so cool, and no one else is doing that.
Yeah. Differentiating
So
herself.
rad. And like 50-50 back fakie, like 50 front 50-50 fakie backwards is so tricky as well.
Seems like the scariest thing to do.
Yeah, like
honestly.
I'll pass.
Yeah, I'm definitely passing on that.
So Summer Rackley going for a burial.
I like that.
I love that.
Love
Are we
that
doing
energy.
a best trick and bowl?
We don't do best trick and bowl.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We're fine.
We didn't do best trick vert though.
Yeah,
That's going to be so sick.
that's gonna be gnarly.
So Lizzie Armanto rounding off the third and final run for this heat number 3.
I like the blonde.
Yeah.
She's like, you know what? I'm blonde.
I'm trying to figure out when did her hair grow back?
Did
So
she cut it short?
yeah, it was like short. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, when
That's
did
just
this
how
happen?
fast
Front
life
invert.
moves now. Front invert and deep.
Lizzie Classic.
Little nose bonk.
You know, Lizzie also made it to the Olympics too for
Yep,
Finland.
yep, Finland.
Skated the same games as Margie did. Didn't
Yep.
go to Tokyo. I mean, sorry, didn't go to Paris, but went to Tokyo. And that was jam number 3. That's going to wrap that one up. Thoughts on that jam, Nicole?
Incredible, honestly.
So
Such
sick.
such good skating and variations of tricks.
Such
Yeah,
like it's
impressive.
so cool to see the variety, right? Like everyone is
Yeah.
starting to really like define their own style, and I think the bags of tricks that you're seeing now, it just gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and can you imagine yourself like competing against this field now? Because you guys skated this a while ago. So skating against a field like this right now, what would you be thinking in your head?
I would just be training.
Yeah, I would be like working a lot harder or something. Harder in like other directions too, maybe. I don't know, like, because when you're, I don't know. Yeah, I would probably having to be learning a backsmith finally for my life.
I feel like it's a trick that you could do.
I know, I'm sure there's so many tricks that everyone can do, but it's just like, are you going to do it or not, you know?
Well, you especially. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like that could be a good trick for you.
Backsmith, I like how it's like the one trick I called out and you're like, I think you would actually be really good at
Yeah.
that. No.
Here's a little highlight reel. Dude, that nollie tail grab is like really cool. Like,
So sick.
Well, and the cool thing you see about Joey, too, she's been skating these for so long, too, just like Lizzie has as well. She's gotten kind of comfortable skating into this. There's a lot of eyes on you right there.
Yeah. I
It
don't know if
is
you ever really get comfortable. I bet you Lizzie
intimidating.
was scared.
Even Lizzie.
I think Lizzie was scared.
It's intimidating. Like,
I think it's a natural, just like there's no, you can't get around it. It's like every time, it's like stepping on a stage. Like every time you step on a stage, you're going to be like, have butterflies, you know?
yeah, yeah. You're in a fishbowl here.
Yeah, and this, yeah.
this one particularly.
How many people do you think we got? 200?
I think, yeah, maybe more than
More? I
that.
think
The
more.
I'm just turning over my shoulder, and then it's
50.
lined up around the entire edge of it. The bowl itself is at max capacity. But Joey didn't seem to be very fazed by the crowd and all the eyes on her.
No. She's living her best life. How old's Joey?
Oh, I mean, she's under
Cab over the
15.
hip.
Cab over the hip is
Crazy. Okay, those hips are so round, and you have to hit. Like you'll sometimes see a lot on bowls, like tape, where you're supposed to hit. Like it's so technical in that aspect.
Slippery and very precise. It'd be very precise. That 5 would have been
Yeah.
amazing at the end.
Yeah.
What makes the difference between a 540 and a McTwist?
McTwist, you're kind of turning on an axis, like you're flipping on an axis.
Okay.
That's a little bit more intense.
So heat number 4 is coming up. That's going to be Kona, Suganami, Harlow, Johnsey, Isla Lily Bauer, Kate Cuno, and Maisel Algado. Maisel is also a good friend of Joey, but they didn't get to skate in the same heat.
Yeah, that's a heavy lineup. A lot of these girls I feel like I've seen in the last 2 years, like, just explode with their ability levels and comfortability on board, and you're going to see it right now.
It looks like Kona is in, wasting no time, coming from Torrance, California. Rock and roll slide
Yeah, see,
over the hip.
Kona is flowing, dude.
She's ripping it up. Big lip slide in the deep end. Heat number 4, if you are just joining us, we are right in the midst of the Open Pro Qualifier for Bowl. Heat number 4 has just kicked off. Right after this, we're going to go straight into the finals. Top 8 make it to the finals.
We have a new guest in the booth.
And we do have a new guest. We have Harlow Jessee in her first run. Harlow taking it in the longest grind yesterday. Going down there. I want to say a big hello. Hey, we got Rosie in the booth. Rosie Archie is here.
Skate
What's
Rosie in the
up?
house. What up, legend?
It's so good to see you, Rosie.
So good to see you. This is epic.
Hyped to be here.
What brought you down to Exposure?
You all. You
Oh,
all
come on,
did.
come on.
Freaking love palm trees.
I love a good palm.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy that you're down here. Rosie, can you tell us a little bit about what you are doing in your side of the world with Nation Skate Youth and the whole
yeah.
squad?
Yeah. So I'm doing Nation Skate Youth up in Canada.
Yep.
And we're going to, well, all over Turtle Island. We're going to communities, indigenous communities, and bringing skateboarding and just stoking them up, telling them to be proud of who they are and where they come from, and like.
That's incredible.
What does a typical program look like for, Nation Skate Youth? Where are the places that you're going? What are you bringing to them?
So we brought over 100 boards to Hawaii.
Cool.
We just gave out 160 boards over to Kamloops.
Yeah.
And we've been getting out over 1,000 skateboards and shoes, hooking the kids up with some shoes, and just
That's incredible.
new skaters on the
Yeah,
on the rise.
resources, getting kids on boards and getting what they need to start figuring it out.
And what is it particularly about working with indigenous groups that drew you to that kind of work?
I grew up in the middle of nowhere, so it's so stoked to just let them know what's possible. And coming down to Exposure and seeing like the level of skateboarding and where it's come from is pretty amazing. They need to see that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we all appreciate what you do, and
Yeah, where can we
Get
find you
fired
online? Yeah, where is it on? What's the ID handle?
The IG, the Nation Skate Youth,
Nation Skate Youth.
Skate Rosie,
Yeah.
Stop, Drop, and Roll.
Stop Drop and Roll is your event. Yeah, talk about your event. You run a community event like this too.
Yeah, okay, so I came down to Exposure in 2013. And I went back up to Vancouver, Canada, and I was like, dude, we don't have this up here. So next year's my 10th year. COVID set us back a bit, but
Congratulations. 10 years of Stop, Drop, and Roll.
that's incredible.
I'm hyped, It's cool for the community in Vancouver to see things like this.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Maisel Allegado here, her first run. Just giving her some props there too. But yeah, like a lot of these skaters, if you can see it, you can be it.
Totally.
It's amazing.
Totally. So yeah, this heat is starting to really pop off. We got Kona skating right now. Harlow from Florida is coming up next, and yeah, that backsmith is so gnarly. Hanging on, absolute little speed demon.
From all corners of the world. What is it especially, you think, Rosie, about skateboarding that brings people together the way it does?
I think it's just like I say, it's like a powwow. Like in my culture, it's like you dance your own style, you skate your own style. And like, I love the inclusivity in skating. I think that's what brought me to skateboarding, was like, no one gave a heck of where you're from, or like, it's your own.
There's like room for everybody.
Yeah, I like that. Like skateboarding's for everybody.
Exactly.
I love that what you said though, that you are kind of dancing your own dance, you're skating your own style too, and all these skaters are just trying to show what they have to the judges, show what they got, and really be true to themselves while they do it.
Totally. Yeah, and Harlow's got some of the longest grinds we're going to see today.
Is that her dance?
Yeah, Harlow's dance is like stand up back lips and stand up.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh, she slipped out on that one, but
she's definitely one of the skaters. She's like on the taller end of the skaters today, and you can really see the size of the bowl, when you see her skate and see her put her lines together. And she's probably grinding the most blocks of coping. Jeff Grosso would be here yelling at her and getting her hyped on just the distance of some of her like lip slides and stuff. It's so rad.
Yeah, and Isla Lily Bauer, she's come up through the ranks. She comes out here from Australia every year. She progresses every year. She skates vert as well, too. This is, I think, her first time doing open pro, so she's kind of come up, too. And she reminds me a little bit of Poppy. She's kind of like backside airs and Poppy Star Olsen, who's also a skater from Australia. How does the region and place that you come from influence your own skating style?
Man, you gotta I feel like right now we're getting into parking garage skating.
Yeah.
Curb skating, you know about curb skating, Alex.
Just a little bit.
Just a tad.
Yeah, Vancouver, we don't have an indoor skate park, which is wild to me.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I was like, does BC have an indoor park?
Yeah, not really. But where I'm from on my reserve, it's snowing, We're going to get into snowmobile, snowboard season soon. But yeah, skateboarding down here, your bones don't hurt because of the rain.
It's incredible, how many places you're going to have skaters come out of with talent, but they get to skate a fraction of the year.
Well, Kate Kuno, not one of those skaters that has to deal with too much weather, coming from Seal Beach, California, and she is an incredible skater, really positive force right there, and she just nailed her run.
Yeah, this is so gnarly, right?
Isn't it incredible?
It's amazing to see in person.
I mean, I feel like we all follow so many of these kids on Instagram, but to see it in person and have them all here, and just to see their camaraderie, their friendships is probably the coolest thing. That's what I'm most jealous of. I want to be 11 and have a girl gang of 12 rippers just cheering me on all the time.
Always.
Yeah, that's the way that we all kind of found each other, though, too. Even though we didn't have Instagram, or I didn't have it growing up, and I met Rosie probably 25 years ago in Vancouver. It must have been about that long ago when we first met. And
Slime City Jam.
Yeah, Slime City Jam. And
Leo was 14.
Yeah, and keeping in contact through zines or through letters and things like that, or through visits to the skate shop. I'd show up at Michelle's shop, and anti-social shout out. See Rosie there. It just, it was a lot less quick-paced forms of communication or keeping in contact, but we did keep in contact. We're lifelong friends now, so I hope that these girls, who they bring away for this is the lifelong friendships that we've all had.
Yeah, it's incredible to think what they're going to do and on and off the board.
Yeah, they're representing. It's insane to see, a lot of these girls are in the Olympics.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's wild.
And are going to be probably. And the next one is Los Angeles. It's going to be held right here.
It's crazy because some of these girls weren't even around when this contest started.
Yes, exactly. We were calculating a lot of the people skating in Vert Intermediate were born the year that exposure started.
That's unreal. So unreal.
Okay, Harlow. Yeah, back in from Satellite Beach, Florida.
Florida represent.
Something about Florida, too. That skate scene grows a lot of really good skaters.
Alyssa Steamer, dude. Yeah.
Andrew Reynolds.
Babby. Shout out Babby.
Yeah.
The Delfino duo.
Poe Pinson.
The Pinson of Poe. Pocket full of posies.
And then Harlow Johnsey joining the ranks.
Dude, look at that. That back lip is so it's like Chris Miller-esque. Just standing up and letting it happen. Oh, see though, that's what this bowl does.
Yeah.
It's oh, you were chilling? Just bucks you like a rodeo bull.
So you have to be really ready for this bowl. Like we were saying earlier when the bowl was here, there's just so much action here. It's so compact.
Yeah, it comes up real fast.
Isla Lily Bauer.
Such a good name. I feel like I would put on my Spotify and all of a sudden hot new artist of the week is Isla Lily Bauer.
The notorious ILB.
Hey, good one.
All right, that was her third and final run. Kate Kuno.
Little blueberry.
Had a good second run.
Dude, 5-0 grind rolling is no easy task.
Nah.
But yeah, they're just, the mentality is just, you can feel it. They're all hungry.
Yeah.
Hungry to shred.
It's neat. I find it's a uniform down here in California, having a helmet, knee pads, elbow pads.
Fully. Yeah. You're I skate vert.
Yeah.
I skate transition.
I'm bringing that back to Canada.
Yeah, right?
Pads.
Dude, how's that half cab blunt? It's so rad. We were talking about it during kind of the street contest. Some of the girls had knee pads on, and I'm like, dude, that's what it's about. you're just ready to put it together and whatever makes you feel confident. And
Yeah, well, shout out to 888 and 187 Killer Pads that are also sponsoring the Exposure Bowl along with Dickies. So Dickies pants, you can get some 888 pads or 187 pads and 888 helmet.
ooh, mix and match, baby.
Maisel, third and final.
No grab backside air. That would be an ollie. We've got Maisel coming out with that big backside blast. Fontana. I like seeing all the different like towns represented because I just think of like, oh, what park is in Fontana?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what parks in Fontana? I can't.
There's like 2 or 3 parks. Like Fontana had parks back in the day. I feel
That's
like.
true, yeah.
Wow, nose blunt. That was so sick.
Oh, yes.
Okay, she's hyped.
Wow.
She's so hyped. That's so rad. That's what we come out here for.
Damn. Yeah, they don't know you. They know you now.
Seriously.
Everyone tuning in.
What island did you go to when you went to Hawaii?
Ooh, we went to the Big Island.
That's incredible.
It was amazing
Yeah.
because like a lot of the kids, you know, their parents work in the hospitality industry.
Yeah.
So like
Oh yeah.
they like knew they suffered.
Yeah.
So to give kids pads and helmets, you know, like parents were crying.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
legitly like thank you so much. And like a lot of these kids are surfing families.
Yeah.
They're like older brothers and stuff. They're like pro
Yeah.
surfers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to see them like run up to a quarter pipe, try to throw their board down to jump on, you know?
So
I was
incredible.
Like, what are you doing? Like that's crazy.
Yeah. Big Island has a big DIY scene too. They've
Yeah,
got a
they
couple
do.
like really rad parks. And it's pretty cool to see how far just a skateboard can go in a
Yeah.
community like that.
Yeah, it is really awesome work. Here are the highlights from heat number 4. We just saw Fire It Up. This crew did not hold back. Harlow.
It was a heavy crew.
Well, that was Kona, sorry. Okay, now there's Kate Kuno, Seal Beach, California.
Little Blueberry. She always rocks the blue shirt, but she just gets like a couple inches bigger every year, so she's turning into a plum.
Wow.
Graduating from Blueberry, turning to
Unreal.
plum. They're so sick.
There's Maisel. You know, I like that a lot of the skaters don't really hold back or try to be cool. It's nice to see that pure emotion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I don't feel intimidated being here as a spectator either, you know?
Yeah.
No.
It's just cool. It's like it's such a family-oriented. And the cause of this event is pretty dope, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carol's house.
Yep.
It's so important.
Survivors of, domestic violence, and they do a lot. Exposure does a lot to raise money and raise awareness.
All for a good cause. But you really feel it here. You feel the community atmosphere of it all. You know, Exposure has raised over $196,000 for Carol's House so far, too, which is a huge feat in itself. And it's everybody, if you get a chance to, you can go to exposure.com. You can go to their Instagram. You can Venmo them. You could donate to, and all that money goes to Carol's House to help benefit victims of domestic violence. And there's the last bit of this heat number 4. It was such a pleasure to have you in the booth with us, Rosie. Thank you so much for joining us and for also being, spreading skateboarding to all corners of the globe and being just such an ambassador. Rosie Archie for president of skateboarding.
Heck yeah, we'll see you all next year.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rosie, for
Take
stopping
care.
by.
Big
Well, dear, the highlights package. Heat number 5 is getting warmed up right now. Heat number 4, there's Maisel. That nose blunt at the end of her run, too. Stoked out the crowd. Stoked her out. I love these are young kids just feeling themselves for the first time, really gaining confidence on this big stage.
Oh, yeah. We could all take a lesson from them.
So we have the final heat of the day, arguably the most stacked heat of the day. We have Olympic gold medalist Arissa True in this heat. We have Encinitas' own
Dude.
ukulele playing multiple Olympian Bryce Wetstein. I didn't even get it all out. Jordan Barrett also is in this heat. Kahana Ogawa is also in this heat, and Lily Erickson is also in this heat. This heat is nuts.
Dude,
It's already started.
I'm sorry.
Let's
that
take
makes
some
us-
bets.
There was a 540 before I could even finish, explaining who's in this heat.
I mean, I'm probably gonna always bet on Arissa if she's gonna just do that. But it's a pretty unique group of skaters. Lily is from Oahu, from Hawaii, and
Yeah.
she is really talented skater. She's put down kickflip indies in this bowl, makes it look like this is her local bowl. And yeah, it's fun to see, especially these girls who skate massive transition, like Vert and everything, seeing them like get used to this bowl and be able to do the same stuff is so impressive.
Bringing it to the bowl.
I learned some fun facts about Arissa earlier today. Big TikTok dancer, so tune in if you like to watch dance.
Ooh.
But also, she wants to go above and beyond the Olympics and push what is next for skateboarding and continue to progress it. So a lot to stay tuned and see her career in 2025 unfold.
That's incredible.
Bryce Wetstein is in the bowl. She has been in this bowl a lot.
With her signature baby blue helmet and
Positive vibes.
her switch blunt. Yeah, Bryce knows this bowl probably better than anybody. And again, another, like, it's rad to see, like, taller people skate this bowl, and you can see how quick it is. Big backside air.
Also like the difference of Bryce takes her time in her skating.
Yeah.
She always has. And there's something really cool to watch how each skater brings speed into their trick selection.
She's not in a rush. Not in a rush at all. And then she's always like, yep, that was so fun.
Yeah. Never not having fun on a skateboard.
Never not having fun. Another local.
Let's talk about it.
JB coming all the way from Haleiwa, Hawaii, but now she lives, I believe, in Oceanside. And yeah, Jordan, again, will like blast. She can make this bowl look a lot easier to skate than it is. And she's being repped by Coca-Cola and Toyota, so I'm sorry. That's it. Like,
Pretty
what
great
else
support there.
What else do you need?
Do you want a car plug?
Yes, 100%.
What would it be?
Whatever.
Oh, you hear that now. Get on the ground floor while you can, people.
I don't know. That new Land Cruiser looks pretty sick.
Okay, I'm hearing Toyota.
Or that Lexus version. What's the new Lexus one? Is insane.
She's open for opportunities. Nora, we're watching a really great heat go down. Is there any personal favorites or a trick that you really appreciate knowing the technicality of it and like the sheer like risk involved?
Well, last year, Kiana, who we're seeing skate right now with that crazy backsmith, she did a backtail shove on the vert ramp. And it was seriously one of the gnarliest tricks I've ever seen done in person. It'd be cool to see her take something like that into the bowl. But it's hard. Bowl contests, you want to put a run together and you want to kind of hit every wall and flow. So it's difficult to like really add one or two crazy tricks. But I don't know. I think Lily's gonna put some stuff in. Lily has a killer like blunt to half cab blunt combo. That's so scary to me.
Lily was a big standout last year. I mean,
Yeah.
she's a standout every time she's skating in a contest. There
Yeah,
it was
there's
right
a
there.
blunt slide, huge stalefish.
Incredible.
With her hair flowing, it looks so sick.
Very photogenic moment right
Yeah,
there.
there's your blunt fakie. But she like looks like she's skating a mini ramp. Like this is not a mini ramp.
Not at all. So as a street skateboarder who can also skate a bowl discipline, let's talk about how a lot of these bowl skaters are also skating pro in the vert division as well. And
Yeah.
those two don't necessarily go hand in hand together. They're totally different.
No, it's like totally an adjustment for your like mind and body to go from skating this and speeding around the hips to just essentially the massive swing set that is a vert ramp.
Let's talk about that crowd too. It's like, look, it's giving Olympics right now.
It's so rad.
High energy. We can hear the audience from all the way back here on the couch.
Music is blasting. It's
Woo,
wow.
wow.
Just like so on lock.
So on lock.
I think, yeah, I mean, I've been down there when you're trying to skate the event, but it gets bigger and bigger every year. So I'd be a little nervous.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that when Arissa won the Olympics, she said before winning what she wanted if she won was a pet duck.
We need to follow up on that.
We absolutely do.
Ducks are great pets.
Are they?
Yes.
You have.
I do not have one. I know people who do, and they're extremely loyal, and they like follow you around, and they're like little dogs.
Some
But they're
people say
ducks.
pigs.
Pigs are also smart. Pigs are really smart.
So is it the future for you, cats, pigs, and ducks?
I don't know. Right now the cats are Our perfect amount.
All right, we got Bryce in.
I like that Bryce has got her socks and her helmet matching the pool tiles.
That's right. Style is a big part of what is also being judged on and off
Totally.
the court.
Look at that feeble fakie. Like, just chilling. No rush to get to any other part of the bowl, just taking her time on every trick. So sick.
Ooh. Bryce has been competing for so many years now. She really knows how to put together a really great run and how to pace herself within that space. You can see all that discipline right now in real time happening.
I think Bryce is they broke the mold when they made Bryce. She is
100%.
the only Bryce that I know. Her
One of one.
Her musical talents, her just general kind of vibe of, she's so kind and inviting. In another life, she's a Montessori preschool teacher.
100%.
Dude, for sure.
Meant for it. She knows how to bring people in a
Yes.
way that most don't. And it's really a gift to see, and people get to experience that right away.
She's present.
Yeah.
She's always present.
We could all take a note from Bryce's book.
All right, Jordan.
Jordan Barrett. Also, been at so many exposures, competed in them forever. An icon in the sport at this point.
On a cliff bar.
On a cliff
On
bar.
a cliff bar.
That's pretty cool.
See? Cliff.
It's like the
Toyota.
equivalent of
Coca-Cola.
Wheaties. We don't have a lot of those, so to be on that for the mass audience is very cool.
Is that an alley-oop eggplant?
That was ooped for sure.
Ooped.
Ooped and allied.
So Kihana Ogawa is in now.
Kiana is like a dark horse. Like
She won
could-
Best Trick last year on Vert.
I know, we were talking about
Yeah.
it. She could put down, like, nothing would surprise me
Yeah.
in terms of tricks and stuff.
that back
wow. See, she just like hangs
so.
on.
Yeah.
Kihana Ogawa.
I wonder what she'll try and if she's going to try to skate Best Trick Vert today.
I hope. I want to see it go down for sure.
Back D. She's just smiling. She's like, no, not a big deal. Just
Looks like
chilling."
she's having so much fun.
I mean, how can you not? If you're ripping that hard.
Okay, Lily Erickson is in for her second run.
Goldilocks coming in.
I'm sure you talked about her a little bit, but the spearfishing.
Dude, so gnarly. Yeah, I mean, we didn't get into that. I was still kind of talking about how gnarly her stalefish is. But, yeah, she's big into spearfishing. Her parents, I think, are scuba instructors.
That's cool.
Spend a ton of time in the water and living, like, the island life. That's huge when you live out in Oahu. So I wonder if it helps her skating, right? If
Focus.
right?
Yeah, and like trusting in the process, because like the discipline to be underwater and to go deeper and to like know how to keep your calm.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
It's also so quiet down there that I wonder if it trips her out to be in like this dynamic of a space where people are screaming and there's music and
Arissa's throwing fives.
That 540
yeah.
is so on lock for her.
no, it's like it's incredible. But then she's like, yeah, doing a nose grind and doing a lip slide and her kind of like trick selection is so well rounded.
Just comparing watching Arissa True skate park versus bowl. Bowl is different than park. Parks are more spread out. I would argue this is a lot more exciting to watch in some ways because everything is packed in so close.
Yeah, and I feel like the way that the park contests have become is, they get bigger and more spread out. You have like elements of vert and stuff. And this kind of bowl is really tricky to skate because it's not what most of these people are skating anymore still.
I felt like there was an era where the bowl like this, and then the era that Bryce really came up in, there was a lot more bowls, a lot more bowls contests. Then it kind of moved to park. And
Yeah.
Bryce has made it to the Olympics.
Vans Park Series.
Yeah,
It's had a
exactly.
huge footprint for why that happened.
But it's really cool to watch these skaters skate this like traditional bowl event too, and it's just so fast paced.
Yeah.
I do like too the simplicity of like a bowl in the sense of, I mean, this bowl doesn't have any flat walls, but you have 3 big walls and some hips, and sometimes when you have something that's simple, you're gonna see more technical skating, but you're also going to see more uniqueness because everybody's going to mix it up a little bit more.
And I bet there's an element with the audience being so like packed around the rim too.
Oh, yeah.
That you're bringing that energy right into that space, which is allowing for that like moment of spontaneity, like risk
Totally.
to go down. That a park like it's so much more spread out.
Yeah.
Okay, Jordan is in. Jordan has skated this bowl a lot. Oh, sometimes that happens with Jordan, I feel like. She is either on one or not. Like first, yeah.
I think it's such a mental game. I think for some reason it's like, dude, she's done that air a billion times.
I just heard Kristen from the sidelines going, Jordan has all my dream sponsors.
Toyota.
We all, it's true.
We're all saying it, Kristen. We're all with you.
Johanna Ogawa back in.
Dark horse back in.
Back Smith. Back tail.
Oh, just slipping
Dude,
out right
it's-
there.
That anti-graffiti, man.
Will you just like live with some graffiti?
Also, like, you think, like, we're in Encinitas.
It's
Come
art.
on. Like,
It's art. It's art. Okay, Lily Erickson is in.
All right, here we
if
go.
you see graffiti in the bowl, it was me.
It's my tears.
Third
It's
and
me.
final run right
It's
here.
my blood.
Lily Erickson, another skater that's really improved. I saw her first come up in the 2020. We had exposure, virtual exposure. So she came out with a
part.
video part, and it was a really solid video part. And I was like, "Who is this long blonde-haired girl coming from the islands?" She was an incredible skater then, and she's just gotten better and better.
Yeah, she's super gnarly. That combo, the blunt, half cab blunt, is just so sick. Like she does mini ramp tricks in like a really gnarly bowl.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that until you said that. It's like taking that back and forth into such a much more high stakes environment
like-
of that bowl.
I'm good.
Yeah. Long ways down.
The final is coming up.
Well, that was a cracker of a heat, as they say.
What was your biggest takeaway, Alex?
My biggest
from
takeaway
that?
from that thing is that I would like Bryce Wetstein to be my kid's nanny
Okay.
forever. Lily Erickson has beautiful style, and she can extend her body into the most incredible sailfish ever. And Arisa True is unstoppable. What about you?
That it's going to get good because they just brought it right there, and that we're about to look at these highlights to verify how good it is.
Yeah, Nora, that was an incredible heat. You know a lot of those skaters, probably more so in that heat than the other heats I've been watching. Can you speak a little bit to your knowledge of their progression in this one?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I've been skating with Bryce and Jordan since they were like 10. So it's crazy to see them being the older girls
Yeah.
in the lineup because
Because-
I don't think of them as being older or old or anything like that. But I think even Kiana, I've skated against Kiana for like 6 or 7 years, and it's just really rad, I think, to see everybody's style kind of evolving and just how good everyone is.
Pushing the limits.
The limits have been pushed.
They are getting pushed minute by minute right now.
Well, the new generation is definitely here to stay. Like, looking at this heat alone, Arisa True and Lily Erickson really standing out against maybe more veterans like Bryce and Jordan, who are incredible skaters. Bryce is like the most incredible kind of like, it's like she's playing jazz by ear. It's like she's just flowing all the time when she skates. I don't know how planned she is, but these younger skaters are able to kind of flow and then throw in really high-speed, difficult tricks.
Totally, totally.
They're here to progress it, that's for sure.
They're here to win.
They're here to win. They want that Toyota sponsorship.
Respectfully.
They're coming for the Toyota.
I do
Tacoma.
too.
Yeah, sorry, Jordan.
Tundra or Tacoma?
Well, there's room for all of
Well,
us.
I've been there. I've been both.
I know.
I had a Tundra. I said, this is too big for me. And I went to a Tacoma.
So the results for the final are dropping right now. Those judges are working quick. I mean, that was such a fast contest. I can't imagine trying to do the, calculate those scores too. And
Yeah.
there's so much nuance too. And there were so many skaters that just went through there.
Hey, there's a reason that we're behind the broadcast and not the heat sheets.
Oh my gosh. I do not envy the judges. But, Vanessa Torres, Jason Rothmeyer.